Hello. As you can see, I'm simply standing in front of you with no fiddle in my hands because I wish to say a few words. I got this idea a couple of weeks ago when I was at my Toastmasters Club, Palm Harbor Toastmasters. You can see behind me my Toastmasters plaque for Distinguished Toastmaster, the level that I achieved in Toastmaster Clubs International. While I was there, one of the members said, "Well, your talks are so good, you should be on the radio, you should do this, you should do that." And I thought, well, I don't really want to be on the radio, but you know what? I could be on YouTube. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm hoping to offer my thoughts to you, just as I do to my fellow members at the Toastmasters Club. For example, last night at Toastmasters during table topics, which is the part of the meeting which is extemporaneous, that is, you do not prepare your speech ahead of time, I was asked a question, "What are you thankful for?" which is a wonderful question for this time of year. And indeed, I'd been thinking quite a bit about gratitude and its place in our lives. Thinking about that, I was reminded of what James Ray says in the movie The Secret. He says, as soon as he wakes up in the morning, as soon as his feet hit the floor, he begins thinking about what he's grateful for. I find that a challenge real early in the morning. Maybe you do too. Maybe I start thinking of what I'm grateful for after my first cup of coffee a little bit more efficiently than I do that early. Even so, it's a great idea because the metaphysical teachers say that whatever you are grateful for tends to expand. You tend to find more of it, just like whatever you think about a great deal, you begin to see and recognize. Now, psychologists say that's due to the reticular activating system in the brain, that when you think of something or when you're focused on something, you'll just see more of it. Like you're thinking about buying a new car, suddenly you see that car everywhere. Or if you actually buy it, then driving around you see that car, whereas before you didn't. If you're thinking of a particular color, you'll just see that color everywhere. At the same time, the metaphysical teachers tell us that as you think, so you become, and whatever you think about and give your attention to, you'll have more of that in your life, especially whatever you are grateful for. You're having more of that in your life. And it's not difficult to find something in your life that you can be grateful for, is it? Can't you find something? There's an interesting discussion that Joe Vitale has on his current CD album, The Missing Secret. He says that when he was trying to implement this in his life, it was at a low point. He didn't have much money and didn't have very good circumstances, living in pretty much a run-down little one-room apartment. A lot that he could be resentful for. So he began thinking, what can I be grateful for? And the first thing he came up with was, well, I can be grateful for this pencil that he was holding in his hand. And indeed, it is a marvelous invention, isn't it? You can write something and then you can erase something if you don't like it. That can be a good example of how simple the gratitude can be, how basic and simple it is. I believe, standing in front of you as I am talking right now, how fortunate I am to have access to a limitless audience through YouTube, to just share my ideas, to express what's in my heart. I would say thank you for listening, and I hope you say thank you for speaking.